Perfect. So good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Cupecoy Sunset meeting. And as your Sergeant at Arms this evening, I want to say congratulations to everybody, all the members of Cupecoy Sunset. Thank you to all our visitors who are visiting with us this evening. And thank you to that one person who's been courting with us for the past years, but has also been very supportive of us. Thank you to all. And thank you for helping us and supporting us to reach 11 years this year as Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters Club. My name is Damien, for those who don't know, and I am your Sergeant at Arms. I'm also functioning as the VPE of the club. And this evening, I would now like to call the meeting to order. I also want to welcome our area director this evening, not other than AD Kendall Duposoy, to
Good
the
evening.
club. Thank you and welcome, Mr. AD. Before we start, I want to ask all persons to turn off the mobile phones or put them on silent, vibrate. You know the drill. As Toastmasters, I want to remind you that we do our best to refrain from speaking about sex, religion, politics. And if you are about to leave the video, if your video is unable to leave, please remember to turn off the video. And if you're not speaking, remember to put yourself on mute. Without any further ado, I'll jump over to our anthem just before we kick things off, our national anthem.
Where over the world, say where, you find an island there, so lovely small, with nations free, with people French and Dutch, though talking English much, as the St. Martin in the sea. Oh, sweet St. Martin's land, so bright by beach and strand, with sailors on the sea and harbors free, where the chains of mountains green, there's beauty fairly nice. Oh, I love thy paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice. How pretty between all green, flamboyance beaming gleam, of flowers red, by sunlight set, thy cows and sheep and goats, in meadows or on roads, thy donkeys king, I can't forget. Oh, sweet St. Martin's land, so bright by beach and strand, with sailors on the sea and harbors free, where the chains of mountains green, variously in sunlight sheen. Oh, I love thy paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice. Oh, I love thy paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice.
Perfect. Thank you. And I was just corrected that this was our national song and not our national anthem. So thank you very much for that. Let's see. So then Next up on our agenda is for me to present our Toastmasters mission. And I'll post the Toastmasters mission in our chat. And I'll ask everybody to unmute their mics and join me in repeating our Toastmasters mission. At least this would allow us to feel somewhat more connected and feel as if we're in the same room. Everybody's ready to unmute? After 2, 1, 2. The mission of a Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Perfect, perfect. We almost ended at the same time. And without further ado, I want to take this opportunity to welcome the person who has been leading this club for the past year, none other than Toastmaster Shadia Mussington, President of Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters Club. Madam Shadia.
To God be the glory. Thank you very much, Mr. Sergeant at Arms. It's been 11 years of Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters Club's existence. And this evening we hope to find much good to reflect on for the last few years and to celebrate, of course, with joy, with smiles, with laughter, and to leave from here feeling good about our achievements thus far as a club. I now call this meeting to order, and I thank everyone for being here. And I would like to join our Sergeant at Arms in welcoming our AD, Kendall Dupusoy, and our distinguished Toastmasters and guests present with us this evening. Without further ado, I'd like to call on Toastmaster Alicia Brooks for our Toastmasters meeting and theme word of the day. Sorry. Toastmaster Alicia, the virtual lectern is yours.
Good afternoon. Are you hearing me?
We're hearing you.
Okay. I'm just trying to operate it from my phone, so I can't get the camera on. Sorry about that. Thank you, Madam President. Our theme for today is the full 360, and word of the day is culmination. Culmination means the highest point or final results of something that has been developed over time. So today we are going to use the word culmination in our speeches and our answers, responses. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alicia, for your introduction. And now to the virtual lectern. Please welcome Toastmaster Sheritza Peterson as our Toastmaster of the evening, who will also, oh, wait a minute. I'd like to officially introduce our Toastmaster of the evening, which is none other than Toastmaster Alicia Brooks. And now you can take it away from here. Toastmaster Alicia, go right ahead. The virtual lectern is yours.
All right, Madam President, fellow Toastmasters and guests, thank you for that wonderful introduction. As Toastmasters of the day, it is my responsibility to introduce today's speaker. After the speeches have concluded, I will ask for the timer's report, request balance to be passed to the vote counter, introduce the general evaluator, ask the accountant for their report, ask the grammarian for their report, and call on the vote counter for results. I will then return the control of the meeting to you, Madam President, before we conclude. Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead, Madam Toastmaster. The meeting is yours here onward.
Just point of information, I think the Toastmaster should call the GE at this time to introduce her team. So just a little help.
Thank you for that. Okay, I will now then call on the general evaluator to introduce themselves.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmasters, Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters. I am so ecstatic to be here this evening. It is my pleasure to join you in celebrating your remarkable milestone. Can we open up our mics and say yes? 11th anniversary Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters Club. Wait, I ain't hear nobody open up your mic. Come.
Yes, congratulations. Whoop, 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 whoop.
11 years of empowering individuals to find their voices, build confidence, develop leadership skills, and support each other on your communication and leadership journeys is an achievement I need to commend you on. It's worthy of recognition because 11 years in 1 year, you know. Over 10 years of culminated hard work. So behind every speech you delivered, every role you perform, and every member mentored is a legacy of dedication, growth, and service. So tonight, as we celebrate this special occasion, let us honor the vision, commitment, and teamwork that has sustained this club again for 11 years. And may your anniversary remind us that not only how far this club has come, but also the limitless possibilities that lie ahead. So congratulations. And in my capacity, once again, good evening, everyone. The purpose of the general evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happened and does not happen. I will also evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, and performance duties. At the end of the meeting, I will give my report. Now, I understood that this meeting, is a special type of meeting, and so it's more celebratory in nature. So we don't have the typical role players in terms of the counter, the grammarian, and the timer. So we're having a more flexible, fun, festive meeting. And at the end of this meeting, I will share my evaluation about the performance of this meeting. Madam Toastmaster of the day, I yield the virtual lectern back to you.
Sorry, Madam GE, your team was not introduced.
We don't have a team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm serving as a general evaluator, but because it's a festive meeting, I understood beforehand that we don't have the regular role players or evaluators.
Thank you.
I think you might point of information, you might need a timer just to ensure that for the various segments that the timing is there, even if you forego the art counter and the grammarian.
Thank you so much. Would anyone like to volunteer as the timer this evening?
Is the timer the accountant? Because I was doing the accountant.
Oh, I'm sorry. I understood that we didn't have any of those role players. Would you be able to serve as the timer then? Toastmaster Greg?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
Thank
Greg,
you.
sorry, I forgot to update you. I did have you as the accounter and Jonathan as well in there. But because it was a festive meeting, we had forwent the those two roles. But yes, thank you for filling in as the timer.
Thank you so much, everyone. And I yield the virtual lectern back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you for that. Now we will move on to our prepared speeches and segment. And our first speaker for tonight is our Toastmaster, Shida Mussington. And her title of her speech is 11 on the 11th. Madam President, I yield a virtual lectern to you as you hand over for your prepared speech.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the evening. And as described before, we are here for 11 years. And I join Madam General Evaluator in reminding us that we've been here not just as a place to socialize, but we've been for 11 years helping persons to actively learn, complete their pathways, take leadership roles, helping one another succeed in their public speaking and networking, and of course in their overall leadership development. In the last 11 years, we have accomplished so much. Needless to say, we've had 11 presidents thus far. We've had several awards. To name a few, we've had 6 distinguished club awards. We've been 6 times, yes. We've had 6 distinguished club awards. We've had 2 Beat the Clock awards. We've had this Select Distinguished Club in 2025. And we are hoping for the next 11 years to accomplish so much more than that. Now, today being the 11th day of the month, we celebrate 11 on the 11th. Now, most people look at the 11th number as something of good luck, something of a good luck charm. I just realized my camera was off this whole time. When we hear Toastmasters, we think public speaking, we think leadership, we think networking, and with number 11, I'd say we've been today, since we are on the 11th, celebrating 11 years, I'd say that's a good luck charm for us. And we hope to see much more come out of it in the coming years. Every successful organization, of course, leaves behind a trail of accomplishments. And we hope to leave a trail, but set the blaze so that every club, every board, every member of the club to come can also not just look back, but look forward in every endeavor. We hope to reflect dedication, resilience, and of course, passion for people, passion for those who wake up the organization. Cupecoy Sunset has a story that is of continuous achievement, and we hope that our accomplishments are notable. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with the recognition, Beat the Clock Award is presented to clubs that successfully grow our membership during the designated period. On the surface, it may seem like a membership award, but it actually represents something much deeper. It means that people found value in what our club offers. It means that our guests attend meetings and decide to become members. It means that existing members will share their positive experiences with others, and it means that the club creates an environment where people feel welcome, encouraged and inspired to grow. Now, I would like to invite someone to guess what year we achieved the Beat the Clock Award. Can anyone guess what year that was that we achieved that? Oh, and moving forward, I'm going to ask a few people some more questions to see how well we know the club, Cupecoy Sunset. Who can guess what year we earned the Beat the Clock Award? Anyone? Toastmaster Olga, do you know?
No, I don't know.
Okay, well, the Beat the Clock Award, we have for the years. Oh dear, even I don't know. I just had it in front of me. I'm sorry. 2019 and 2025, we had earned the Beat the Clock Award, and hopefully at the end of this term, we will once again achieve that accomplishment. And now, also, that's not the only award we've won thus far. We've also been 6 times Distinguished Club. For those unfamiliar with the Distinguished Club Award, that means that we meet important educational and membership goals. It means that members are actively learning, completing pathways, taking leadership roles, and helping one another succeed. Achieving distinguished status year after year is evidence that Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters is not simply a club that meets, it is a club that grows. And then the journey does not stop there. Name 2 years. I'll ask someone to name 2 years that we, as Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters, has reached or acquired the Distinguished Club Award. Anyone? Let's see if I can call Isabella. Isabella, do you know which 2 years we achieved the, I'll let 2 persons answer this one since we've had it 6 times. Isabella, would you know which 2 years we achieved the Distinguished Club Award?
In 2018, 2019, 20, as well. Before that, I know we did, but context.
Can I guess?
Yes, sure. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Thank you, Isabella. Go
I
right
don't,
ahead, Toastmaster
I don't
Olga.
know why 2020 popped in my head just now.
Okay. 2020 indeed was one of those years. And Gregoire, I saw you also trying to respond. Would you like to have a go at it?
Yeah, I think it's 2022.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, thus far, we've had 2020 and 2022 were two of the 6 times we won the Distinguished Club Award. The years in all were 2016, 2017, 2020, and all the way through to 2023. And then, of course, our Select Distinguished Award we earned in 2025. Again, as we celebrate the accomplishments of Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters Club, let us also celebrate the people, of course, who made them possible and continued to carry the torch forward. This evening, I would like to say a special congratulations to the members of Cupecoy Sunset Club who are here with us at this meeting and those who continue to show up at the meetings, at the events, and behind the scenes in whichever way. We thank you, we appreciate you, and we also would like to thank the persons who support our club in the ways that you do, at whatever level, those who frequently visit, and those, of course, in leadership roles that continue to ensure that our club continues to grow. With that being said, I'd like to say once more, congratulations to Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters Club this 11th day of June 2026, celebrating 11 years of something beautiful. Thank you. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Madam President, Toastmaster Shida. Indeed, 11 on the 11th, and it is something for us to celebrate. Again, congratulations to the Cupecoy Sunset for 11 years. Now we will turn over to our second speaker, and our second speaker for tonight is Toastmaster Isabella, and her title is 11. So we will turn over the virtual lectern to you, Toastmaster Isabella.
I have a very good habit of saving cool quotes when I usually store them somewhere. I just take a picture of them. So while I was preparing for today's presentation, I heard one of my favorite Toastmasters I had saved in a photo album since 2018, and it goes that leadership is to be strong but not rude, be kind but not weak, be bold, be thoughtful but not lazy, not timid, be proud but not arrogant, have humor but without. This quote is not just a reminder a good leader takes a certain strength, but to be a true Toastmaster takes resilience. Resilience to persevere amid adversity, to lead in challenging situations, and to inspire even the most unwilling. And I think this even the fact that being a Toastmaster is not for the weak. Many have come on, blame them at all. Toastmasters has a way of boundaries. In many ways, other programs wouldn't. I've been a Toastmaster 2015 and a member of the Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters since 2016. I remember I felt sitting in my first meeting, wondering if I had made the right decision. And one organization I felt was very here I am 10 years later. The Cupecoy Sunset Toastmaster has been 15, and today we celebrate 11 years of amazing speeches, festive events, delightful camaraderie, and forever memories. You the 11 was not without many challenges. The club has fought hard today to the members who have put their blood and sweat and perhaps a few tears here to ensure the club remains alive. Between Toastmaster Cheryl's innovative theme, Alyssa's Toastmaster Damien's dynamic meetings, Toastmaster Raldine's inspiring, Master Lee motivation, Toastmasters Peter's incredible direction, Toastmaster George stories, Olga's enchanting presentations, we have never lacked for extraordinary excellence. This evening, I would like to give a special shout out for holding down the fort this year. Running Toastmasters, our Toastmasters Club, I know it was not always easy, but your dedication, your commitment, and willingness to serve move forward. And on behalf of all of us, I would like to say thank you. Obvious, I am incredibly proud to be a member of Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters. 11, let us never take for granted the small steps that brought us here today and the valuable lessons. This journey is a story of strength, endurance, and determination. Yet, it is not the awards, the ribbons, or even the beautiful speeches. It is the people. The encouragement we have given one another, and the confidence we have inspired in each other. 11, this club has been a place where ordinary people like myself have found the courage of ordinary. I'm very grateful to be a part of this journey. And I look forward to seeing where this next happy 11th anniversary. Cheers to many more years of leading and growing together. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Isabella. She highlighted past persons, present persons, achievements, and gave encouragement to the new and those who have been there. Yes, we all can feel proud of where we are today with our club. Thank you again to Toastmaster Shaida on her speech 11th on the 11th, and thank you to Toastmaster Isabella on her title, the 11th. Both continue to encourage us to be a part of the Toastmasters, and especially Toastmasters at Cupecoy Sunset. Now I will turn over the virtual lectern to our table topics master, Toastmaster Damien.
Toastmaster Damien, your mic is muted.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I turn on the video, but not the mic. This evening for our table topics, our conversations are going to be centered around, of course, nothing other than our 10-year anniversary. Just a quick message to Toastmaster, to Madam President. I'm going to make you co-host as well. So in case somebody pops in the meeting, so you could support, please. Thank you.
Okay,
So
thank
this
you.
evening for our table topics, we'll start off with a few questions. And I think we have enough for everybody, so don't be shy. We have enough for everybody. The value of the journey. They say the culmination of a journey isn't just the destination, but the path taken. What is one specific sunset or meeting memory at our club that felt like a major turning point in your 180-degree transformation? And right away, I'll give this question to our president, even though she spoke already. Madam President came with the theme this year of 360, what was it again? 360 degrees. And so,
180 and 360.
oh yes, 180 and 360. Thank you. And so I think it's only fitting that you lead us in this question. You want me to repeat the question again?
Yes, please. Thank you.
They say the culmination of a journey isn't just the destination, but the path taken. What is one specific sunset or meeting memory at our club that felt like a major turning point in your 180-degree transformation?
That first sunset meeting. The first sunset the one sunset that I remember and that felt like a turning point was that first meeting with the Sunset Cupecoy Toastmasters Club. I was nervous. I didn't know what I was coming to expect. I had known that, of course, the club had been an inviting club. I knew that the members were pretty decent people. My visits before had been so pleasant that I felt honored to have been part of the club. But that first meeting, when I didn't know what to expect, and it wasn't the first meeting, it was the introduction speech, the speech that where I introduced myself as the president. That was a turning point that made me realize, wait a minute, you're doing something huge, and you better fill those shoes, or at least try to walk with your 2 feet in one shoe and jump, because those are some huge shoes to fill. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, Mr. Table Topics Master.
I like that one. Walk with your 2 feet in one shoe and jump. That's another way to do it. Looking over at my screen, I'm going to jump to Toastmaster Olga, who's also been here for quite some time. Toastmaster Olga, looking back at your very first meeting you attended at Cupecoy Sunset, did you ever imagine you would reach this culmination of your growth? I'll repeat again. Looking back at your very first meeting you attended at Cupecoy Sunset, did you ever imagine you would reach this culmination of your growth?
When I look back at my first meeting at Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters Club, I remember saying to the persons who invited me, Toastmaster Tamara and Toastmaster Sanji, but y'all tricked me, because I had decided that I was no longer going to be part of Toastmasters. I had left another club, and I decided I was just going to leave it alone. And then these 2 young ladies said, we want to invite you to a Cupecoy meeting. I said, where is this meeting? AUC? There's nowhere on earth I will be able to get there after work. I am not coming. They came back robustly over and over, and I was like, you know what? All right, let me get them off my back. I'm going to go to one meeting and one meeting only. But I came to that meeting, and it was such a, what the motto talk about, growing in a friendly, supportive atmosphere? That is what Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters Club embodied, and that grabbed me. And Cupecoy Toastmasters Club renewed my love for Toastmasters, and I am able to say that the culmination of all that had happened before went out of the window, because Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters Club, for me, represents the motto of Toastmasters about growing in a supportive learning environment. Thank you.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Big round of applause. Big round of applause. Thank you for that. And I'm very happy to hear. I don't think I ever heard that story of how you were brought over to Cupecoy Sunset, to thank Tamara and Sanji for that as well. And obviously, we're very happy to have you. You've been a very inspirational and very inspiring Toastmasters, and value, bring big value to the club. So thank you, and thank you for being here. Then I'm gonna move on to let's see, Toastmaster AD Kendall. AD Kendall, I'll throw this one your way. As we celebrate 11 years, what do you hope is the culmination of our club's influence on the St. Martin's professional community over the next decade? I'll repeat it again. As we celebrate 11 years, what do you hope is the culmination of our club's influence on the St. Martin professional community over the next decade?
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master of the Evening. I believe that having heard the stories from the speakers and the table topics, that Toastmaster Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters is definitely on their way to culminate, not only for the next 10 years, but for as much as 20 or 25. All we have to do is continue to focus on the growth of our members, keeping the environment friendly, being supportive of all members, making sure that they visit the club online or in person, making sure that they execute their projects, giving them advice, support, and looking for support as well when necessary. So I feel from outside looking in that Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters, although I believe this was a challenging year, has remained positive. And now at this 11th anniversary, you have now culminated into a successful club. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Evening.
Thank you. And thank you for that, AD Kendall. And thank you for the reminder that we're still on the way and still a successful club. Much appreciated. This one I want to throw to Isabella. Isabella is still here. Yes, I want to throw this one to Isabella. Where did it go? Where did it go? Give me a second. Oh, I just had a question. Give me a second. Oh, this one. When we reach a point, this is for Toastmaster Isabella, when we reach a point of culmination in our leadership journey, we often realize we didn't get there alone. Share a story about a fellow Cupecoy Sunset member who helped you pivot or push through a challenge when you were ready to give up. I'll repeat again. When we reach a point of culmination in our leadership journey, we often realize we didn't get there alone. Share a story about a fellow Cupecoy Sunset member who helped you pivot or push through a challenge when you were ready to give up.
Mr. Table Topics Master. Well, that's a. I would say, first of all, to your point, I nation where leadership is concerned. One never reaches their goal. One, because you never. So with that said, I'm gonna call two specific members that helped me. I remember when I came in, the boss, because I already studied public speaking and all that college, and I felt like I didn't need nobody to help me tell me what to do. Campus all the way AUC, and sat in my office and said, "Girl, please, a few things." And that was a very pivotal moment because no, you do not know everything. Number two, yeah, I don't have any particular story because we've been at this for 10 years. Encouragement and his what he does, what's the word, persistence, it never stops, and I am very thankful that he's the Toastmaster, I can say, did this journey with me, and hopefully we could do another 10 years. Thank you again for that question, and I hope I answered the question. Back to you.
Thank you, thank you. I missed some of it. I didn't catch the name of the first person or the second person. Isabella?
Did you hear?
No, you say who? I keep skipping. Sorry. I don't know if somebody else hearing her, but it's skipping on my side. But nonetheless, we'll come back to that a little later. Let's see who else. Valeska, Toastmaster Valeska. Glad to see you here. Very special person and character in our Toastmasters Club, Cupecoy Sunset Club. And so this one is for you, Toastmaster Valeska. Sometimes the greatest culmination of our time in Toastmasters is something we never expected to gain. What is the one hidden benefit or personal quality you've developed since joining Cupecoy Sunset that you are most proud of today? I'll repeat again. Valeska, you're there with us, right?
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Topics Master.
Sometimes, I'll repeat again, sometimes the greatest culmination of our time in Toastmasters is something we never expected to gain. What is one hidden benefit or personal quality you've developed since joining? And we know that's a touchy subject for you, a touchy word for you, but since joining Cupecoy Sunset that you're most proud of today?
Thank you for challenging me, Mr. Topics Master. I think that something that Kupakai does really well and has added to the longevity of the club is that they think outside the box. Because when I think about all of my interactions with the club as opposed to other clubs, they definitely have different and innovative ideas. So as whenever you come to a Kupakai Sunset meeting, you always feel challenged to be innovative, to move forward, to move with the times, to be intentional about how you choose to spend your time. Every year they have a theme that is resonates throughout the Toastmasters term. So definitely I think that is something that the Kupakai Sunset Toastmasters Club does very, very well. When they had the series of Chasing Sunset meetings, I've been to a few of them and always a different environment outside of the regular settings. And we know that we learn best in moments of enjoyment. So definitely that's something that Kupakai does well. And we, the honorary Sunsetters, we definitely meet the challenge to continue to be innovative and to sometimes we have to just mash up the box. Why think outside the box? Just mash it up and do what you have to do. So, congratulations on celebrating 11 years and definitely wishing you 11 more to infinity. Back to you, Mr. Topics Master.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Valeska, our honorary Toastmasters Cupecoy Sunset Toastmaster member. And thank you for the commendations on how we continue to try to think outside of the box and continue to push the boundaries in terms of what Toastmasters is and could be. Then I'm gonna look to our two persons I didn't hear from today. One is Toastmaster Greg, and I'm also gonna throw this to Toastmaster Alicia, so prepare yourself. This question is, now that you've experienced a full cycle of growth within this club, how has the culmination of your skills here changed the way you approach your professional life outside this club? I'll repeat again. Now that you've experienced a full cycle of growth within the club, how has the culmination of your skills here changed the way you approach your professional life outside the club? Master Greg, you could go ahead.
I was leaving the floor for the lady.
Alicia, you could. Alicia, she gonna go second. She gonna go second.
Okay. Can you just repeat the question?
Sure. So now that you've experienced a full cycle of growth within the club, how has the culmination of your skills here changed the way you approach your professional life outside the club?
Well, thanks to Cupecoy Toastmaster team, it has helped me to be more, I wouldn't say more independent, but more trustful to the wording that I'm using, due to the fact that we are constantly always doing these meetings. So I've gained a lot of wordings, I've got a lot of insurance to be able to express myself freely in other conferences and other debates and other meetings. And I think that it has bring a lot of positive energy into my speech. I feel now that I can handle any type of speeches, funny speeches, biography, and all the different sorts. And I think that within the team and within the Toastmaster, it has bring a lot of confidence to me to be able to progress in my day-to-day job. I thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, and glad to hear how your professional skills have been, professional and personal skills have been improved since being a part of Cupecoy Sunset. And I trust that based on that, you'll continue to be a supportive member, an active member in the club as well. I'm going to go right over to Toastmaster Alicia for our last table topic participant for this evening. Toastmaster Alicia, you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Okay, just repeat the question for me one more time so I have it.
No problem. So now that you've experienced a full cycle of growth within the club, how has the culmination of your skills here changed the way you approach your professional life outside the club?
Thank you for that. So for me, it has been indeed a full cycle. And what I have received from that in my professional life is to be able to talk with more fluency, I would say, and be able to hold deeper conversations in meaning. Sometimes I find myself as a teacher asking my students to have real conversations with me instead of, how was your day? Good. No. How was your day? Teacher, I did this, that. I feel great. I don't feel great. So that has helped me also to roll that over into the livelihood of my students. And for that, I feel like I have had a lot of growth and, of course, more to learn more to see, more to expand. But for this year, definitely have showed me how I can impact my students, have better conversations, and a flow with someone else.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you very much for that. And glad to hear how you've also been uh, impacted and have grown throughout this Toastmaster year in your personal life and in your professional life as well with your students. So I'm glad to hear. At this point, I think we're way over time, or at time, not even looking at the timer anymore. But glad to know that we were able to enjoy this table topic segment, get to know some of our members more. We got to know hear some interesting story from Toastmaster Olga as usual, but also hear from AD on the AD Kennel on what he thinks about the club. Also hear from Isabella. Still didn't get to hear you properly, but I think something wrong with the network. We get to hear from Valeska as well. So glad to hear from Valeska as usual. And I enjoyed this table topic segment and looking forward to hearing more from you guys in the next 10 years. Back to you, Madam Table Topics Master. Sorry, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. Thank you to all those who participated in answering the questions. Definitely a good meeting, and we had a good time with that. At this time now, we will turn over to Toastmaster Sharitza for the evaluation from the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, Alicia. Fellow Toastmasters, before I present my evaluator's report, I would like to call upon our timer, Toastmaster Greg, for the timing report. Toastmaster Greg, he has been the only supporting role player this evening as it is a festive meeting, and so the roles have the structure has changed, and his role, he will be ensuring that our speakers and our participants remain within their allotted times, and he also helped to keep our anniversary celebration running smoothly. So Toastmaster Greg, I yield the floor, the virtual lectern, to you to provide your report.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Seridza. So the first speech was given by the President, Shadia Mussington, and she took up 9 minutes and 57 seconds. The second speech was put together by Toastmaster Isabella, and she did 5 minutes and 10 seconds. And I also did the table topic that lasts for 19 minutes and 01 seconds. So I didn't do it individually, each question and each answers. I just do it overall with the table topic. Thank you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Greg, for your timer's report. Once again, fellow Toastmasters, I am so ecstatic to be here this evening on your 11th anniversary. And before I go straight into my report, I just wanted to take a short moment to reflect on the important significance of this moment and acknowledge the persons that have shared their experiences this evening, starting with President Shadia. Her remarks remind us, her presentation remind us, she set the tone for this anniversary celebration and reminded us the importance of leadership, service, and commitment to sustaining successful club growth. She reminded us on that important journey. While Toastmaster Isabella, she delivered an engaging presentation on your 11th year journey of the Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters Club. Her presentation highlighted the club's history achievement and growth and impact over the years. And I find it was a fitting tribute to members whose dedication has contributed to the club's success and served as a reminder of how far the club has come. So it's not just one day to celebrate. Take the time over the days, maybe even over the year, to reflect on your incredible journey. And our table topic session, it was expertly delivered by Toastmaster Damien, whose team focused on the value of the journey. And I find this was, again, especially appropriate for the anniversary celebration. And through your questioning, the participants, we are all encouraged to reflect not only on our destination, but an achievement, but also on the lessons learned, the relationship built, and the personal growth we have been experiencing over the 11 years. And now I will proceed with my grammarian's report. So our meeting, before the meeting, Toastmaster, the Sergeant of Arms, and I communicated. He explained certain logistics with me, as well as the structure of the meeting. And also the banner, the club's banner, was also displayed. Guests were also welcomed warmly upon arrival. Because it's a festive meeting and all of us are experienced Toastmasters, we didn't go into the regular Toastmasters meeting format, as again we were experienced members. The meeting opened, Madam President opened the meeting that she warmly welcomed the members. The meeting did not start on time. However, I was notified ahead of time, and time was allotted for persons to enable persons to join the meeting. And what I find was very appropriate was that touch with the music. It created such a fun and festive atmosphere. And I was certainly dancing. I hope some of you were able to dance and enjoy yourself too as well. So even though we started late, it wasn't stressful. The Toastmasters were also properly introduced, the presenters, and the meeting theme was also explained, as well as the word of the day, which was culminations. Madam President introduced the table topics, the Toastmaster of the day, who did a phenomenal job in guiding the meeting. And regarding my only feedback for this, for our meeting this evening, is the timing. I know, although it was discussed ahead of time, it's always good for persons to join the meeting on time so that the meeting could start and end on time. And then I think when it comes to role players, that certain roles be discussed beforehand to prevent the discussion during the meeting, because that would also save time. But overall, I would say this was once again a fantastic meeting, and I once again congratulate you on this significant milestone in your Toastmasters journey, Cupecoy Sunset Toastmasters Club. And with that said, I have come to the end of my general evaluation report, and I yield the lectern back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Alicia. And thank you once again for a phenomenal job.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharitza. Thank you for the feedback that we've received. We definitely can work on those stuff. For this evening, what we will do now is, let me just open back my agenda. Yes, we have club business. Toastmaster Damien on that part. Help me out here. Wait.
Yeah, so what you can do is just
We
pass
have
the floor over to
the
the Madam
president.
President.
Yes, okay. So I thought it was to you then too. Okay, so now we're gonna hand over the virtual lectern to Madam President for the club business. Madam President, you have the virtual lectern. My camera right now again because for whatever reason it's the camera or the mic, but say we had a very pleasant meeting this evening. I'd like to thank everyone. I'd like to thank everyone for your wonderful speeches and memory that you share, and of course for the outlook. With and also everyone for me and I just share that in and so you know there's also reading. So if you can't get you can free join online. However, I would love to see everyone come out in numbers in person so that we have a nice time. But since some of us did make it to the Caribbean conference, it would be nice if we could all come together, see.
I think we lost her.
Yes, we did.
I think she might be back just now, but if I'm not mistaken, she was speaking about the upcoming event. Eddie, you have the details on the event? Let's remind everybody. Oh, there she is. Shadi, you back?
Yes, some details at least. I expect to see many of you there. It's going to be a tea party, so you dress appropriately as a tea party. We're going to have some snacks and some beverages there as well, and some activities, a keynote speaker. You'll get, if you haven't gotten an agenda yet, you'll get the agenda before the event for sure. So
Perfect.
that will culminate our Toastmaster year.
And the date and time and location?
It will be the Saturday, the 21st, it is, right? Yeah, the 21st is Saturday.
Okay.
From 5 to 8 p.m. At the government building, the large conference room.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
You're
Madam
welcome.
President, are you back?
Yes,
Okay.
I also say thank you to Eddie for sharing that information. I shared the flyer and the meeting link in the chat so everyone can look at it. And with that, I would like to say thank you for coming out this evening. Really, that's 11 years strong, and we're looking forward to 110 years stronger. I wish everyone a pleasant evening further, and I bid you farewell until we meet again. And now for this meeting. Thank you, Mr. Sarge. Hello, can everyone hear me?
I think we're hearing you, and you're welcome. Thank you.
All righty. Congratulations, Cupecoy. Good
Thank
night,
you.
everyone.
Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes,
And
congratulations and
congratulations to
111 more.
thank
Yeah,
you. Congratulations
111.
to Alicia with her first Toastmaster of the Day role.
Thank you. Had me nervous, but I got through it all.
That's what it's all about. Okay, bye.
Congratulations, everyone. Good night and more years to come.
Thank you, Sharitza. Thank you for
Thank you,
filling in.
thank you. Good night,
Good night,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Toastmaster.